a good-looking audience.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You look terrific.
You ladies look terrific.
Thank you for having
Kelly,
me.
since you've been here, you've had a lot going on. You were here a while ago.
Yes.
And I mean, you're married.
Yes, I am.
And you
I love being married.
have a two-year-old baby boy named Titan. That's cute.
Thank you.
And you've been working on your 5th album.
Oh,
He looks like you.
Oh, you're adorable.
Thank God. If one more person says, oh, he looks just like his daddy, I did the work.
Yeah, you did the work.
I pushed him out. But his dad did name him. I said, if I have to carry him, you have to name it.
Oh, yeah.
So it was
So, a lot of your work previous to being a mommy was, how shall we say, little sexual in nature. Was it not? Sensual,
sensual. I think every woman possesses that.
Yeah,
and
That's how we get those babies.
absolutely.
Is that how you did it?
Should I just break that down too far?
But now that you have a baby and you're a mother, does it change it a little bit?
At first it did, because I think that, my body changed. I looked in the mirror after I had Titan and I was like, who is she?
Yeah, it does things.
Everything just,
Gravity.
yo.
Is a bitch.
So, so basically, it took me a while to fall back into that, but I'm so grateful for my husband. I'm grateful for my circle of women, because they were just there to root me on and support me and tell me this is a part of the faith. So it was perfect.
Now, I have a boy. He's 14 now, though. But I've spoken a lot about the racial divide that we see in our country now, and problems with racial profiling and policing. Now you are a mom of an African-American boy. What are you going to do about those challenging conversations that you may have to have?
It's so funny. Me and his father have those conversations, and it makes me so uncomfortable. But his dad said, the way my mother taught me, was she sat me down and she broke everything down. And I still can't believe that we're even having to think like that. I can't believe that we're having to fix our mouths and our minds to say things and think things to where we have to really prepare our children. But if that's what it takes to protect them and for me to make sure to tell him how great he is, but how he has to respect himself and others as well, but to let him know what the world is like. And I think that we can't, shield our children from that. We have to make sure that we're honest and forthcoming with them so that we keep those lines of communication open. Absolutely. I think that as long as you have that and they're able to feel like you're their best friend, which is what I admire about my best friend Lala. She has the most amazing conversations with her son, and I take a little bit of that from her too.
Good. Yeah. That's good. What do you think about women's issues in this particular climate?
I feel like what we saw when it...
You have to take that breath. I know.
I have to take that breath because I saw one meme, I think it said, I can't believe it was this woman, and she was older, and she said, I can't believe I'm still having, her son, to deal with this, and that's how I feel. And I can't believe that as women, we have come a long way, but I think that where we stand now, we have to be unified more than ever, because it's power in numbers, and it's power in what we say, it's power in our opinions and how we think and how we feel, and we just gotta go to these places and beat these door downs and let them know we're not playing.
No,
you're how we got here.
And supporting each other.
We're how you got here.
Exactly.
We're how you got here. Never forget that.
So let's talk about your book, Whoa, Baby.
Yes.
Because I feel you. Whoa, baby. I had one a year ago. But you had a very easy delivery, but then you teamed up with your OBGYN to share some of the struggles you had after having the baby. And I've spoken on here about having postpartum and my struggles with breastfeeding. So did you experience some of those hurdles?
Postpartum, I didn't. I remember kind of being prepared for it. I talked to a friend of mine, a very close friend, Joe Bolduc, who's also a therapist. He's here in New York City, and he helped me deal with just the things that I was experiencing emotionally, because once you have a child and I'm trying to balance myself and fall back into music, and my fans are like, why don't we have an album? And so it's so many things that I was juggling, and I was rushing myself into so much, and I was like, woosah, Kelly. You have a husband, you have a baby, you have time, just be still. And I did that for myself, but it's hard for the woman who is working, you know what I mean, and she has a child, and then you have to throw yourself back into it. And I'm just so happy I have a support system of great people around me to help me balance that.
I also feel like the person you are overnight. I always heard becoming a mom that you'll feel all these things, and I felt things, but I didn't know how to be a mom. I still knew how to be myself, Sarah. So I think that adapting takes time too, and no one
does.
explains that to you.
No, they don't. And it's all these things. That's why I wanted to write the book. And it happened because after my 8th phone call or text with my doctor, Dr. Tristan Bickman, she was like, oh my God, all of my clients have more questions afterward than before.
Yeah.
And so I said, well, somebody should write a book. She said, somebody should write a book about it. I said, yeah, let's do it. And so I started journaling everything that happened to me emotionally, physically, spiritually afterward. And we teamed up with a publisher, and it's out, and I'm so excited. I get to add author to my name.
I love that.
And it's terrific. It's terrific. We all got a chance to look at it.
Thank you.
Since your book is all things post-childbirth, we thought we'd play a little rapid fire with you on some mommy issues, okay?
Oh, boy.
Breastfeeding in public, yay or nay?
Yay!
The last thing Titan did that surprised you?
It was one of the most beautiful times. I was putting him to bed, and I was closing the door, and he said, Mama, he actually calls me Money. He says, Money? I said, yes, baby. I know. I don't know what that's about. No, he says,
He knows already where it's coming from.
So I said, yes, baby. And he said, you.
Oh.
And I literally lost, I closed the door, I'm like, I love you too. I cried. I never experienced emotion like that before in my life. I thought having him was like a huge thing of emotion, or getting married to his dad. That was great too. But my kid telling me he loved me for the first time just blew my mind.
Oh, that's the best thing.
Well, they say having a child is like wearing your heart outside of your body at all
It's so
times.
true.
Now, you call Beyonce your sister.
That is.
And you have been swapping new mommy advice now that she's expecting twins.
Oh my God.
Are you swapping advice?
You know what? She's an incredible mother. She's such an incredible mother. I watch her and
How
I
many
watch.
she got so far?
She has one.
Yeah.
Two on the way.
It's just blue, but I watch her with her daughter, and I get such great mommy advice from her, and I get great mommy advice, of course, from Solange, who's raising an incredible young man, Jules. And I'm just so blessed, like I said, to have a great circle of great sisters.
You have your mommy circle.
I do. My mommy circle is really fly. My girls are flying.
And keep them close.
Very good.
Keep them close.
Your circle can dance too. My mommy's circle isn't the same.
Yes.
I can dance a little.
Yeah, true. Bueno.
You sound like you're just, you know what? You sound like you're having a wonderful time.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.